welcome to Can We Talk? A show where we have young adults debating debatable topics. Sports, entertainment, society, and statistics will be the basis of our topics. To my right, I have the very lovely Danielle Gillum. To my immediate left, I have the very impressively dressed Ty Williams. And in front of me, I have the very controversial Dries Dean. Myself, I'll be your host. I'm Jeff Craig. Let's get into the first topic. Should parents/guardians be punished or prosecuted for their child missing a certain number of school days?
I don't believe that they should. The only reason I say that is because when you punish parents, you have to punish all parents and not just the parents who may not be parenting their children. And I feel like there are a lot of parents who, although they might be doing everything that they need to do as parents for their kids, it's some kids who just don't like school or don't want to go to school. So somewhere in between leaving their house and getting to school, they just veer off to the left somewhere and go to a friend's house or this, that, and the third. And I feel like a lot of times parents don't always have control over that. So although I think some parents do need to be punished for parenting skills or lack of, I feel like there's a lot of parents who are doing their job, and there's some kids who, like, school isn't as stressed as it used to be. So it's more so the children or the students who need to be punished for them missing school.
Okay. Do you think it's more parents that are doing their job, well, that are really, raising their children to go to school and do the right thing, than there aren't? I'm just speaking of that the group of children that that miss a lot of days of school.
I'm not sure, because I don't have any facts or anything to back that up specifically. So I guess I would say there's probably a mix of the two. I feel like there's some students who just don't want to go to school, and then there's another cohort of parents who are just like, school, go to work, you don't need school, or this, that, and third, or they're just not conscious or aware of where their student is at every point of the day, or things like that. So I think it just depends on the situation.
I feel like the amount of days, if the limit, if there was a certain limit set to the amount of days that a child misses, I think that's where the line is drawn between those types of parents. You know what I mean? Like, I feel as though if you put, 2 weeks out of a month, or a whole week out of a month, I think once you have that limit, then you can separate the ones that are really getting nothing from home compared to the ones that are getting something from home, but that are, just like you said, that are, have reared off.
Right.
And
now, do you feel like they should be prosecuted or punished regardless if they don't come to school at all or skipping class? Because I worked in high school last year, and there was plenty of parents who were very involved in their student, but in school, the student didn't go to class. They hung out in the hallways, or they left sixth period before sixth period even began, so they missed those things as well. And those parents have no idea what's going on.
But that goes exactly back to the first question I asked, as far as basically what's the majority?
Right.
Because in grade school, fact of the matter is it's peer pressure. If you whoever you relate to, is that's who you automatically become friends with, not anything else as far as their behavior away from you, or their behavior, at home or anything like that. If you relate to somebody in school off of one simple thing, they're your friend. And then you guys are attached. So then all of a sudden it's, okay, well, what is my friend doing? And then if my friend is skipping school every week, but my friends is their mom or dad, or their mom and dad, or whatever the case is, isn't even home, and they're doing whatever they want to, but my mom and dad are, but yet this is my friend. You get what I'm saying? That's when the mind starts to go like, oh, well, I know my mom and dad really want me to go to school, but like one day isn't too bad to miss. And then all of a sudden, 2 days isn't too bad to miss. And then, you know what I mean? So I feel as though the majority are the ones that don't have that stability, either at home or, you know what I mean, in their life, and once, majority rules, really.
But even with stability, you can have the strictest parents, you can have, people at home enforcing, you can have people in your community enforcing it. If you have in your mind that you're made up that you're not going to go to school or you don't want to participate in it, it's simple as that. So my opinion would be, it depends on the grade. Yeah, if your child is cutting school in grade school, you deserve to be penalized. There's no reason why a child should be cutting school in grade school. Now,
Right.
going into middle school, high school, that's when they're starting to learn to make decisions on their own. The peer
Sure.
pressure in high school, I think it should be more so the actual,
Student.
the student itself.
That is a good point.
I agree. Yep.
Well, we'll take a look at our next topic. Has the advancement of technology done more good or harm to our society?
It's, in my opinion, it's doing more harm. It
Interesting.
really is. It's doing more harm. Like I said, when you have little, middle school age girls twerking it, as they like to call it, shaking their, gluteus maximus, if that's what we would, refer to it as, see who can shake the longest, who can shake the best. That's inappropriate. So yeah, you're definitely using it to a bad thing. Now, when you have people that are being encouragements and doing stuff like supporting anti-bullying or making their own little campaigns or using social media, using blog spots to start their own businesses or do something positive with it, then yeah, it can be used. It's all according to how that person uses it.
Yeah.
I feel as though as technology is growing, we're not. So I feel as though technology is outgrowing us, and as technology gets better, we're mentally becoming lazier and lazier as a society. So I'm on the same boat as you. I feel as though it's doing more harm just because we're letting it do more harm, not because it's just, oh well, technology, we can't control it anymore. No, we can. It's just that we're only using it to go on YouTube to see twerk, whatever, to see twerking and see the most craziest videos get the most amount of hits.
And that, like, agreeing with both of you, we are too dependent on technology, which I think hinders us. We don't communicate anymore. It's, oh, send me a text, or, I don't answer phone calls. We don't talk on the phone. Nobody has face-to-face interaction as much anymore, and that's hindering people. Like, what happens when you go to an interview? You don't know how to talk to people. Like, just a simple conversation, you don't know how to do because you're always typing out your feelings, or, you get to think before you say what you want to say, and in essence that hinders you from making mistakes or things like that. So when you get in that situation, you don't know how
You
to
don't know
handle
what to
it.
do.
One of the things that I think is interesting is even if you take it from a health standpoint, I've run summer camps and been a part of other sports organizations, and you ask the kids, do you want to get some exercise today? Nah, I'd rather stay and play my game. It's kind of like, and even if not even health, just education. Instead of picking up a book and reading a book, I mean, kids are playing games for hours and hours. So